Welcome! In this episode we're going to show you our top web dev resources from 2018. Our favorites, the best, the ones you didn't know you should have heard of, but that you didn't hear of. I'm David, and this is also with
MPJ.
This is a weekly web development show that comes out on Fridays at 0800 GMT. Figure out your own time zone. It's a show where we experiment with code and web development. Mostly fail, but always learn something doing it. In this particular episode, we're going to show you others that do similar things. You're watching DevTips. This episode is sponsored by Brilliant.org. Thank you, Brilliant. If you have never studied actual computer science and code at like a university or in a formal sense, hearing the terms neural network and algorithms perhaps can be pretty daunting. Do not worry. A good place to start learning the theory and logic behind coding is Brilliant.org. They have fun and interactive courses that takes you through the theory and algorithms and neural networks and everything that you can use in code and explain how it works and why it works. Each course is interactive and breaks up everything into manageable chunks so you can understand each and every individual piece by itself. And then once you finalize each course, everything comes together and you will be wiser and understand the theory and logic and everything about what you're actually doing. Now let's get back to the show. Thank you, Brilliant. Okay, so I can start.
Yeah.
Let's just hit a browser. We're going with Firefox because since Edge is going away, if you haven't heard, Microsoft is kicking out Edge and going with Chromium and Chrome. So we have to support the one bastion of free will and hope. I don't know if Mozilla is a good organization.
They
think
are.
They might be.
Fantastic.
They are.
They're great.
We will be using Firefox. So my recommendations is Syntax FM. No. Syntax FM. I don't even know how to find them. Syntax.fm. Didn't I write that? Page could not be found. Deploy. This is really good.
Are you failing at failing at navigating to an URL?
No, I think their URL is failing at delivering their URL.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Wes Boss and Scott Tolinsky, supreme web developers that have a podcast called Syntax FM. Let's just find Syntax FM iTunes.
All right.
Because their site is not working currently. Sorry about that, Wes and Scott. I love your podcast and I really recommend it because for me, it's like I like watching videos and learning, but I also like listening about web development while I'm doing other things like, I don't know, cooking, working out, taking walks. And I love this podcast about web development. And they have... Okay, iTunes. Can you please fix a better interface? I just want to see...
It's dreadful.
If you use their website when it's up and running again, you could actually watch each episode and see they have time codes for everything. So you can just like navigate and just find and get a quick overview. Is this episode important? Something that frustrates me with many podcasts that just have like a basic description. They have an actual description that gives some stuff. Have you listened to it, Mattias?
Syntax FM? I don't listen to podcasts really. The only podcast I listen to is Freakonomics, which is a podcast that I do recommend like extremely highly. It's like blows your mind on a regular basis, and I really like that.
I like how the second recommended top web development resource of 2018 is an behavioral economics podcast.
Oh, really? Which is that one?
This was your first recommendation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that...
So this is not classified as a web dev resource.
So I'm not...
Oh, I forgot to share it?
Or I can't see it at least.
Okay, so...
Sometimes I just guess that you're looking at something.
Do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so then you did not see Syntax FM?
Yeah. But I know what I know what it is.
Yes, but this is their website.
Oh!
They have a very neat website, but something happened with their deployment. What does it say here?
Oh, is it site? No, yeah. Alright.
Seems so. Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened. it probably works when this goes out. It's awesome.
For the people that don't know, is a behavioral economics podcast, sort of. It's about how they call it the hidden side of everything. So they explore things that are not necessarily what you'd think. So I don't know, just randomly scroll down a little here and see if we can find some.
Can you give me one episode that? So I didn't do this for Syntax FM, but can you give me one episode that is the episode that?
I think that like all my, you can just never. Like all of them are good. Just scroll down here, for instance.
Is the Protestant work ethic real?
For instance, like this.
Every web developer needs to hear this.
Yeah, this, for instance, is just amazing. They just find they find studies that figure out how much religion matters for financial success, and also what kind of religion, which is amazing. Like, I'm a super atheist, so this is extremely provocative for me, but it turns out that people that are Protestant make more money than people who are not religious, and they also make more money than Catholics, simply because they seem to work more. And this seems also correlated with the fact that the Protestant work ethic, Protestant theory about work is that sort of how the way that God gives and provides to the masses is through the labor of people. So whenever you are, like, if you're a baker or someone transporting water or whatever, you are doing God's work. And so they kind of made the whole thing of working into a holy thing. Like, what you're doing has a higher purpose, even if you don't see it. And that's that made people, I don't know, also just work more and be better at work, which is super interesting.
I told my sister the other day, I just explained to her, she's 18, and I explained to her about the difference between being effective and being efficient. And
what is that?
Efficient is sort of like that you can chop 50 potatoes in 1 minute. Then you're very, very efficient. But effective is more like, how many potatoes do you need for the stew or whatever? Like, do you even need to chop the potatoes? Exactly. Like, just figuring out the one thing that is important. And so perhaps you can be very effective by not doing much work. And I like that whole concept. And Protestant, what you're telling me about Protestants seem to be more like, it's better to work more than to work right. I don't
know. I guess that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm already.
I guess that. I guess that there is no difference in effectiveness between Catholics, atheists, and Protestants, but Protestants are more efficient.
I like how, before shooting we said that I said I had lost every focus of everything, that I'm zoning out for Christmas holidays. And that this episode, after 1 minute, already got off topic. And I don't mind.
But I mean,
let's have a fika break already.
What?
I'm gonna have some julmust.
I have some water. Should get.
So I need a bottle opener.
So for the people that don't know what julmust is, which are people from not Sweden, but everyone in Sweden knows what this is. Like, it's a beverage that is sort of kind of similar to Coca-Cola. It's a black sugary liquid.
Yeah, sort of like a mix between Coca-Cola and beer.
It's I think it's kind of like root beer is the most similar thing that I know.
Yeah, but less sweet.
Yeah.
Even though it's pretty sweet.
And Coca-Cola has a huge problem with this in Sweden because their sales tank like a rock every time this rolls out into the market around Christmas time.
Yeah, so have you seen that actually a lot of Swedish influencers now are doing work with Coca-Cola? Now during the Christmas season? Yeah.
You must,
so I think it's their way of
step up their game and work with influencers or they're screwed.
They are.
Hashtag not sponsored.
No, I'm just kidding. My computer is a mess. I can't find anything. I had a list somewhere of things. Did I put it in Notion?
I think we should plug Paul Lewis, honestly.
Yes.
Like, because he's amazing.
Okay. Paul Lewis YouTube.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Beethoven piano concert is another Paul Lewis.
Paul Lewis. This is why I don't use my name. Mattias Johansson is like the most common name in Sweden. It's a bullshit name. It's the worst name ever. Like, my parents did not think about domain and uniqueness when they picked my name. That is why Fun Function exists, or why I'm called MPA.
Paul Lewis Web.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, your channel. Let's here's him on his own channel.
So Paul Lewis is someone that I knew from before, like, I was any famous in web development. He has had during that time like amazing talks about web performance. And right now he, like just a few months ago, he started his dedicated YouTube channel, and he has been doing a lot of web relations for the Google Chrome developer teams, and I'm so happy that he's doing this on his own instead, because it's so much more YouTubey, and yeah.
And his videos are very well produced, like overly better produced than these videos.
Depends on the video, I'd say.
Depending on how you see it.
Some of our videos are really well produced. He spends a lot of time on them. More time than I'm willing to spend on my videos nowadays. Because I'd rather not die. But he is still in that phase where he doesn't realize that if he is going at this pace, he will die. Or maybe he's okay. Like, I know that he is like super productive. He's doing like studies as well as a full-time job, and he has a family. It's just remarkable what this man gets done.
Some people you just hate.
I do hate him, but I also love him. Like, it's that kind of relationship. But he's amazing.
So why should I watch him? What do I get out of watching his channel?
Like, you learn a ton of interesting web development things. Like, when he was on Fun for Function, he taught me web components. Just random stuff like that, CSS. He does a lot of, if you like animation, you should really watch Paul Lewis. He does a lot of...
Yeah, I liked his Christmas one. This one where he made snow.
I didn't watch this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's just... Spoiler alert, we'll see the snow soon. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make a recommendation that you gave me. It's Twitch TV... Noopkat?
Yes.
Noopkat? How do you pronounce it? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Cat, I think.
So she's building like hardware stuff. I don't know. It's such a nice hangout to just hang out on the stream. I love this stream. Do we get a bigger... Oh, there you see it. So it's just like a very, very nice, like, I just like the community style. It's just a nice discussion. She's programming, explaining. The stream is there and helping her out.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're interested in like learning simple hardware programming with Arduinos and stuff like that, she is just like amazing. Or it's not really a channel for learning. It's more like just hanging out and being inspired to do things. All right, so let's talk about actually like just keep talking about people that I've done collabs with. I just want to plug Shiftman.
Let's just cross-promote other videos.
Coding Train.
Coding Train. The Coding Train on YouTube. Let's just do your video then, because...
yeah, sure.
Guest Fun Train with MPJ from Fun
Yeah,
Function.
So Daniel Schiffman is a professor at NYU. He does these... He streams programming videos. Like, it varies quite a bit in content, but a lot of it is machine learning. That is probably the ones that drew me to him. The first machine learning video I did was based on some of his stuff, just to figure out like, woo, what is a neural network? He has this interesting style. He's kind of messy, you know. He does a lot of errors, and he's like hacking things, goes to the shortest possible path. He doesn't pre-announce streams. It's very joyful. Like he is a person that makes you very happy.
He did a video on, what's it called? Flocking. You know, when you have like a flock of birds. It's called something like a blob or billboard.
Yeah, I think the flocking was one of the latest videos. Yeah.
Boids. What's the word I was looking for? And it's using processing, which I used processing in the Java version like many years ago, and he's using the JavaScript version of processing, and it's very easy to get set up, and like especially for animations and simulation, like physics simulation. I love it. And I like his whole setup with the green screen. Yeah,
he has this lovely little thing where he has a whiteboard on a secondary camera, so sometimes he just presses like a button, switch the camera, and he walks over to the whiteboard. And this was so nice when I did the collaboration with him. I really want that setup in our next studio. By the way, I'm moving to Stockholm, and I will be co-located with David, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. We're finally gonna be able to. I'm so looking forward to it. It was so cool to just stand up and code, and being able to walk back and forth to the whiteboard and stuff. They were like, the amount of energy that adds is just fucking remarkable. All coding should be done standing and talking, like, because you're so much more it's like doing some kind of drug or something. It's just your brain just.
And you mentioned that someone taught you, I don't know, machine learning. So I would go with Siraj. So if you're interested in machine learning, like speaking of like, I don't know, someone that is inspiring and everything, he has a lot of fun things. He's like making like small short music videos, small sketches, and talking about machine learning. And like machine learning is like, it's it's a lot of like science and math, and he's going through it very fast. So his videos is like 17 minutes long, and he's just skipping a bunch of steps, and you have to often watch a video several times to understand what his examples are really about, like when he's doing code. But it's fun, and he has like he always has, I don't know, a companion code and resources linked. Everything is.
It's not easy. Like that.
No, okay. Wrong word. It's accessible to like delve deeper. So here's like hashlib, SHA 256. Okay, perhaps on hash is pretty straightforward, but
like
I don't know. This is not web development now. We're just like, it's Christmas.
Yeah, like I think
whatever we want.
I think that this is actually our picks, top 5 picks, top things for web developer. I don't know. Whatever we want.
Yeah.
Screw you.
What we get inspired by.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
While we are doing like completely random things that are not web development related, I Don't Want to Talk About It by Terence Real. That's the one. It's a book about like hidden male depression. So you know about the statistic that men are twice as likely to commit suicide as women are? Yeah, and men are also like much more likely to be alcoholics. And at the same time, women are more likely to have neurosis and like basically seek care for psychic illnesses. If you put these statistics close together, it lines up almost perfectly, which is super interesting. So you have probably also heard that women live longer than men. That's that piece of statistic. And I've always thought for my entire life that this was biological. And it turns out there are, like, if you can eliminate all biological reasons statistically. And it turns out that this varies wildly between cultures and countries. So that this is all behavior related. Turns out that men just simply take less care of themselves. They do more.
Is it because they like work more, don't have a social life in a higher extent, and don't care about their family, perhaps?
And
all that
also
stuff?
more just tangible things. Like they just face more risky situations. And things like men wait longer to get healthcare, medical care.
Oh yeah, that's so typical. That's so like my dad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to go to the doctor. This will sort itself out, and then it's
because
like,
yeah, exactly. And
hemorrhage
it's
or
like
something.
it's this thing, like as a man you're told to kind of like just toughen it out, and this is like so prevalent that men wait longer to seek treatment for cancer. So you're like, this is so stuck in your head that like I could probably just toughen out this tumor. And like there's just a mind-boggling amount of stuff like this in the book. How basically a lot of men just sit around being depressed and don't even know that it's depression that they're suffering from. So they don't seek care for it, which eventually kills people, of course, because depression is a deadly disease if you don't treat it. It's just absolutely remarkable, and I recommend it to every single man to read, and women too, but primarily men. It's just fantastic. It will change your outlook on life tremendously.
Switching gears to other more development related things, but not web development, is this channel, Thin Matrix. Have you seen it? So this is this guy that builds a game that he's been doing this for a couple of years, and he has like a vlog where you're following him along. So he's moving to Sweden and he's building a game that he wants to publish on Steam. And it's just like, it's very vloggy. You don't see that much code, but you sort of like get the idea of what he's building. So this is like this simulation game where you have like animals and plants and they are growing. It's sort of like the Sims game, but cute and with like flowers and stuff. Like a simulation. It's really, really nice. So he's building this, and now it's just gotten released on Steam, and it seems to have gone well. So that's fun. And I don't know, it's just like you follow this indie game developer's life, basically. And it's a lot of this, just like, oh, I'm checking in here, I did this day, I'm gonna go out for a walk. It's just also like sort of like Noopkat. It's sort of like nice and chill. And
does he stream these, or
I don't know. It's just
like
cozy.
Is this just edited material? Okay.
I don't think so. I have not looked into if he does stream.
You don't watch a lot of streams.
No, I don't. So it's a lot of, like, a day in the life of an indie game developer. That is sort of like the thing he does.
Do you know what we should talk about? Visual Studio Code Live Share.
No.
I think that is one of the most interesting products of 2018 by far. And like, we use it all the time in the videos, but we don't really show how it works.
Yeah, so if you're in a project, you can go down here to Live Share. And when you click that, you have to sort of sign in and do stuff. So let's just sign in here. I'm ready to collaborate. And then I will get a link that I can copy and send it to my friend.
Yep.
So I do that
now
separately
I get
in chat.
that as a link, and I click the link. All right, so now you're watching like my environment here with this is what I did with Daniel Schiffman. And
so So these are not my these are not my files. These are your files. This is your directory called fun train.
And I think
This
what
is
I
on
can
your
do
computer.
now is that I can just let's see, live share. I can do like share terminal, and I can give you read write access. So then it pops up a terminal. I can think that you can run the server now. So you just do npm start. And this is a create React app, I think.
Cool. So this is not running on
so
my
actually
machine,
now,
on Mattias' machine.
The web server popped up on my machine. So you can't see it, but what I can do is that I can also go and just run the command here for... oh, god damn it, I keep forgetting. I just go live share, and I also say share server, and I type port... what port was it? It's port 3000. And now you can go to localhost 3000 on your machine. Yeah.
Localhost 3000.
And now you see like the project on my machine, like served from my machine.
It is
so well built.
I like this.
Like just the fact that when I select things in it, because where are you? You're in the render function here. Like, you can see like where I am in the file, or perhaps you can. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the yellow here on the right.
It's so nice. Like, yeah.
I didn't know about that. The right.
It's so nice when
that.
you're selecting, and you can jump around. I think like you can even. I can even like focus participants so that you can now. I think you got a focus request. So if I scroll around.
Okay, so if I'm in a different, so now I'm in a different file.
Let me focus participants there. Now you. Yeah. So now
and
David
then it
is
just
not scrolling
got
now.
me
This
there.
is me scrolling.
Amazing.
It's such a remarkable product. It's the best product of 2019, I think. 18. But it's probably going to be the best product of 2019 as well.
So I think we'll wrap this up with that. If you ever wanted to learn machine learning, computer science, all that stuff, but you don't have any formal training, you don't want to go through formal training, check out brilliant.org/devtips.
And that's it. Those are like some of our favorite picks of 2018. But what are yours? Please share them in the comments below. Like, what are amazing things that you as a web developer has found during this year?
This is a weekly show on web development. Comes out Fridays at 0800 GMT. Except for week 1, 2019. Then we have vacation. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.